In a world where passion often meets resistance, Lexie Hull shines as a rare example of grace under pressure. As of now, this 25-year-old professional basketball player is making waves in the WNBA with the Indiana Fever, not just for her skills on the court, but also for her intelligence, work ethic, and poise. From Stanford University valedictorian to top 10 draft pick, Lexie's story is far more than statistics. It's about a young woman who balanced excellence in athletics and academics, conquered injuries, and emerged as one of the league's most promising talents. Her current net worth stands at an estimated $300,000, primarily from her WNBA contract, 3x3 basketball appearances, and a growing list of endorsements, including Sweetgreen, Athleta, and Form. But if one thing's for sure, Lexie is just getting started. Early life. Lexie Lauren Hull was born on September 13, 1999, in Liberty Lake, a quiet suburb just outside Spokane, Washington. Raised in a tight-knit family, Lexie was one half of a dynamic duo. Her identical twin sister, Lacey, was not just her sibling, but her teammate, classmate, and lifelong confidant. Their parents, Jason and Jamie Hull, were both deeply involved in their daughter's upbringing. Jason had a basketball background of his own, a Division III All-American at Whitworth University, and he passed down not just the skills, but the discipline and love for the game. Lexie attended Central Valley High School, where her basketball journey took flight. She led her team to 2 state championships, averaged over 20 points per game, and graduated as class valedictorian with a perfect 4.0 GPA. She was a 3-time Gatorade Washington Player of the Year and ranked among the top 15 high school recruits in the country. From a young age, Lexie learned to balance the ball and the book. Her work ethic, instilled by her parents, made her unstoppable, and colleges took notice. Personal life. Outside the arena, Lexie lives a life grounded in love, humility, and faith. In 2025, Lexie is engaged to Will Matheson, a former Stanford baseball star and professional MLB draft pick. Their love story began in college and blossomed quietly over the years. He stepped away from professional baseball in 2023 to support Lexie's WNBA career, a choice that made headlines for its rarity and depth. The couple currently resides in Indianapolis, where they recently purchased their first home. Though they don't have children yet, they've openly spoken about building a future together centered on family, faith, and community. Lexie has never been outspoken about religion, but those close to her describe her as deeply spiritual and grounded in Christian values, evident in her humility, community service, and lifestyle. She's also a role model off the court. Lexie is active in mentorship programs for young girls, supports mental health awareness, and speaks about balancing sports with academics. She's part of Athleta's Power of She collective, working to empower young women to lead confidently. Professional career, WNBA, and beyond. Lexie was selected 6th overall in the 2022 WNBA draft by the Indiana Fever. While some analysts question the high pick, Lexie let her game do the talking. In her rookie season, she showed flashes of defensive brilliance, averaging 3.8 points in 12.8 minutes per game. By her second year, she was in the starting lineup, diving for loose balls, draining threes, and defending top guards in the league. By 2025, Lexie had become one of the Fever's most reliable two-way players. Her averages climbed to 8.4 points, 4.7 rebounds, and 1.8 assists per game, with an impressive 47% shooting from beyond the arc. She was also a core part of the Fever's run to win the 2025 Commissioner's Cup, one of the league's mid-season titles. Lexie's career doesn't stop at the WNBA. She's also a rising figure in the 3x3 basketball scene, playing for the Unrivaled League, a player-owned, women-led alternative during the WNBA offseason. Her team, Rose BC, won the league's championship in 2025, with Lexie earning All-Star honors. In a league often dominated by flash, Lexie brings the fundamentals: hard-nosed defense, sharp shooting, high basketball IQ, and quiet leadership. She may not always fill the highlight reels, but she fills the win column, and that's what matters. 5. House tour and car collection. Though Lexie lives modestly compared to NBA stars, Her life off the court is comfortable and well-earned. In early 2025, she and Will purchased a 3-bedroom home in a quiet Indianapolis suburb. The house includes a home gym, media room, modern kitchen, and a backyard where they host teammates and friends. Her interior style is minimal but warm, with earthy tones, soft lighting, and touches of Pacific Northwest decor, a nod to her roots. As for wheels, Lexie is known to drive a 2024 white Audi Q5, gifted by her partner during her birthday week. It's not about extravagance. It's about reliability and class, just like her playing style. She's also been seen at charity car rallies, community drives, and events like Athleta Sport for all day, showing up with her SUV packed with gear for local kids. College career, Stanford University, 2018 to 2022. Stanford was the perfect stage for Lexie Hull, a place where brilliance on and off the court is expected. From 2018 to 2022, Lexie became a staple of Tara Vanderveer's legendary program. She started over 100 games for the Cardinal, racking up accolades. 2021 NCAA National Champion, 3 times All-PAC, 12 selection, 2 times PAC, 12 All-Defensive Team, Senior Class Award winner, 2022, and PAC, 12 Scholar Athlete of the Year. In her senior season, she averaged 12.5 points, 5 rebounds, and 2 steals per game, helping Stanford reach the Final Four once again. But academics were just as important. Lexie earned both her bachelor's and master's degrees in management science and engineering, graduating with honors. She also received the Elite 90 Award, given to the student athlete with the highest GPA in the Final Four. Stanford shaped Lexie Hull into a player of precision, a student of the game, and a leader of people. It was her launching pad, and she took off. Let's be clear, Lexie Hull is very much alive as of today. In fact, she's thriving. She's not just surviving in the WNBA. She's evolving, leading, and inspiring the next generation of women in sports. She's got a growing fan base, a supportive partner, a solid contract, and a reputation as one of the league's most respected players. Any rumors of death or decline are entirely false. This chapter of her life isn't the end. It's the middle of a rising arc. Lexie Hull's story isn't just about basketball. It's about balance. She's the scholar who dunked on stereotypes, the defender who chose discipline over drama, the athlete who doesn't need to shout to lead. She represents a new kind of superstar, quiet, focused, grounded, and fierce when it matters. At 25, her legacy is already taking shape, not just on the stat sheets, but in the lives of the girls who see her and say, if she can do it, maybe I can too. This is Lexie Hull, and her best chapter is still being written.